I came from a small town in East Tennessee. I got accepted into Harvard, Yale, and Princeton, and then was at the end of the day deciding between UVA and going to those schools. And I think a lot of people would obviously say, why in the world would you go to UVA and turn down three of the top institutions in the world?
From the outset, the Jefferson Scholars Foundation has been committed to searching far and wide for the most exceptionally talented students. Jefferson, in his wisdom, believed that there was what he called a natural aristocracy of virtue and talent that existed in all segments of society. And it was those folks, that aristocracy of virtue and talent, that he hoped would come and study here at the university. We've discovered that Jefferson was absolutely correct, because we find Jefferson Scholarship recipients in what some might think the most unlikely of places.
What you realize once you get here is that the scholars have so many different interests that span the spectrum, and you're able to feed off of that and feed off of that diversity. And instead of that diversity causing problems, it forces you to look at different perspectives. It's wound up, my best friend at the university is a liberal Jewish kid from New York City who's a total opposite from a conservative Southern Baptist Republican from East Tennessee. I'm very involved in ROTC. Next semester, I'm going to be teaching a class on ethics in modern warfare.
Well, Mr. Riley is one of our most exceptional cadets and one of the most exceptional young people I've ever met. The Army is very fortunate. They have young leaders like Joe stepping up and volunteering to serve, especially during a time of war. He's exceptionally gifted academically, and his leadership, natural leadership charisma is unparalleled for a young man of 20 years old.
I started an organization on grounds, in fact helped found it nationally at Princeton last fall. It's called the Alexander Hamilton Society, not the best name for a university that's named after Jefferson. But it looks at foreign policy and hosts foreign policy debates on grounds. The Jeff Scholars have been extremely supportive in helping me to find other groups on grounds that can help with my Chinese.
我刚北京的时候我想跑步，可是每次我去外边跑步对我的肺。
If you're interested in any particular area of the world, whether that be Latin America or East Asia, you're going to find that there are scholars whose homes are there. And when you go back to those countries, they can introduce you to people that you need to meet for research, set you up with places to stay. Well, last summer, I was in China on my own, and I did research on China's use of soft power to acquire resources in Africa. I did the China portion of that last summer. I'll be going to Africa this summer to follow up on that research.
We do have a comprehensive enrichment program designed to help our scholars develop their considerable potential. In addition to a regular lecture series that we provide during the school year, we also offer our rising second-year students an opportunity to participate in what we call our Institute for Leadership and Citizenship, a 2-week-long program here at the university designed to help them understand better what their own leadership potential and style might be.
And this is such a tremendous opportunity, especially for students to be able to come to a top university, to interact with amazing students, and to be able to do it for free. I can just tell you from someone who came from a small town and who would have said, there's absolutely no way I should have been a Jeff Scholar. And because my guidance counselor was willing to work with me. She didn't initiate it, but she was willing to help me and work with me. I've gotten to come here and be a Jefferson Scholar, and that's really helped transform my college experience.
The Jefferson Scholars Foundation seeks to locate its scholars by inviting almost 4,000 secondary schools across the country to nominate to our competition each year. While the odds of winning obviously are pretty difficult, the reality is that every year the foundation is going to offer 35 or 40 people the opportunity to join an extraordinary community.
I think I would definitely give it a shot, and I think you would be amazed at how far you can go if you try.